Foles is definitely going somewhere else. And I definitely believe the Eagles are going to get a lot for him when they do. They basically just drew a wild card. It was Uno. They got to draw four. They got to draw four for real. They're gonna do if they get anything less than a draft pick, a player, and maybe a second or third. There's a lot of teams that's desperate for a quarterback, and I'm not even gonna start with the Jets in Cleveland. I'm not even gonna start talking about it. So Nick Foles just made himself a millionaire, whether he wins this game or not. Trust me, he's
So,
not gonna stay in Philly.
and see, that was my next poll question: is if Nick Foles wins the Super Bowl, do you try to keep him in Philly or do you trade him for a draft pick? Because Philly is really, if you trade him, they're in a fantastic position.
Right.
Fantastic position. Whether it be they try to fill something that they're needing, whether it be on the defensive or the offensive side, or you do go after one of these top quarterbacks that are coming out of college next season, and you've got the perfect scenario. You've got a young quarterback who you're looking at for years is going to lead this team, and to put another younger quarterback behind him that can really learn the system and be ready to step in to fill those shoes should Wentz go down.
Now you're cooking with fish. Now you're playing with a higher power. And I'm going to tell you right now, what most people don't see and what they didn't get a full grasp of is when you look at the way the Minnesota Vikings handled their business, when you look at the way the Rams handled their business, the general managers, when you look at the Philadelphia Eagles, this team was not built in free agency. This team was built out of very smart drafting and positioning within the nuances of the system. When they went to go out and say that we're going to look for some experience, they went in free agency. They got LeGarrette Blunt. When they wanted to patch a hole, you go to free agency. In the meantime, you build out of the draft. This Philly team can be in a great position. You let Foles go, you get a nice first round draft pick, maybe get the first because you're going to get that for a quarterback. You're going to get that. You're going to free up some money because wherever he goes, they're going to pay him. They're going to pay him top dollar. And you go out there and you get the pieces to replace it. Go get you a decent quarterback. Let's say get you a third round quarterback to come in and learn what Wentz is doing. And Wentz grew him the same way that goes into place. You're not taking a huge hit. You're going to you turn around and you take that other first round draft pick and go after a safety or a DB that'll help shore up what you got. Because that front seven is already young. When you got Big Benny up there, you got Chris Long up there, you got Fletcher Cox up there. That money that you're going to free up, you can go back and solidify those players that may be in their contract here if you want to keep them around. Because what really happens, it tears the league, I ain't going to say it tears the league down, but individually, the teams that usually win the Super Bowl or go to the Super Bowl and lose, the minute they break them up, everybody wants to get paid now, and they break them up. Philly has the opportunity right now. If you let Nick Foles go, you walk away from this with some draft picks, and you free some money up to make sure that you got that same core team walking out onto the football field next season and a chance to do it all the way through. And Carson Wentz running it from beginning to end is the move. I'm telling you, this is his team. Nick Foles will go somewhere else and be great. Don't take nothing from him, whether they win or lose. I definitely will say that it's going to be interesting. I'm not going to give you my pick yet. I'll wait till next Tuesday. But I'm telling you, it's going to be a hell of a game. Oh, it's going to be a hell of a game. I was trying so hard not to say anything last night on I said, I'm going to chill because I know Tuesday night, we got to turn up because Kenny going to call.
Yeah. So we already got a question here on the Facebook Live. It says, how do you think Nick will affect the draft and way teams look at drafting a quarterback? I think if Nick, particularly, but everything teeters on him winning the Super Bowl. And I hate to say that because Nick has done a fantastic job taking over once Carson Wentz went down. But he is going to be measured on whether he can beat Tom Brady and the Patriots. If he beats Tom Brady and the Patriots, Nick Foles is going to have such a direct impact on that draft. It's going to be unbelievable because, like you said, you already mentioned several teams that can use a quality veteran quarterback, and that's what he is.
Yeah.
He's a veteran
Yeah.
quarterback. Cleveland, the New York Jets, heck, the Miami Dolphins. You got to throw the fish in there. At this point, you can look at the San Francisco 49ers, although they've got Garoppolo over there, who's really turned the tables over there. But that's still, why not look at possibly getting Nick Foles out in San Francisco?
Yeah. I hate to say it this way, but with Ben talking about he only got maybe 2 years left.
Yeah, I mean, actually, Pittsburgh.
Back up for a minute.
Absolutely. I mean,
you might want to go get in just as a real bona fide backup in case Ben do get hurt and can't come back.
Right.
You still got to look at the fact.
You got the Buffalo. You got the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills. Tyrod Taylor and that coach and that system are just not seeing eye to eye.
Right.
Why wouldn't you make a move and bring Nick Foles as your starter in Buffalo and maybe make a swap with Tyrod Taylor?
But see that you got to look at the chemistry of it, and I think they may stick with Tyrod. I don't know exactly what was the end all story with EJ Manuel at one point in time with them, but I definitely think they'll make a move in some kind of way. Me personally, I definitely think that if he goes out there and win the Super Bowl, and I don't want people to confuse it. When Nick Foles goes out onto the field, he's not. Yeah, he'll be paired off, and they'll say, "Oh, it was him versus Brady," but it's actually him versus this New England defense that quiet is kept. Statistically, they bend but don't break. They can be scored on. You trust me. If you can get down the field, we all watch my man Blake Bortles carve them up in the first half. It's not unthinkable that you cannot move the football against this New England defense.
No.
The thing about that is, with the kind of weapons that the Eagles bring to the table, with Ajayi and LeGarrette Blount, I think is going to walk into this game with a bit of bitterness on the tip of his tongue, because it'd be nice to walk in and beat the team that pretty much didn't want to keep you around. You got a chance to go in there and stick it to him. Yeah, I know he came off of having 21 touchdowns the season prior, and now he got, I think maybe he got 3 or 4 with the Eagles. But 2 big touchdowns might be enough for him to be able to feel like he stuck it to him. This game can be really interesting from a statistical and an emotional standpoint on the field, and I think it was probably the best 2 matchups. I think it was the best matchup possible out of it, because there was no real connection with that Minnesota team.
No.
It was balanced, but the Eagles bring a lot of drama to it. Not the negative drama, not the Housewives of Atlanta, Housewives of Beverly Hills, Housewives of Dallas type. So you know what? The Eagles never got one. People want to see an underdog, a true underdog. And with Foles back there, they become that team. And you're getting ready to go against Tom Brady. I got 5. Somebody told me the injury on his hand wasn't because he got cut. They told me the injury was on his hand because he had another finger added so he could put all 6 rings on one hand.
I saw that.
I was like, dog, that could be quite possible. If you took Utah and David showed up, got a slingshot in his defense. It can happen. The question is, and I hate to say it, many people when the Patriots got ready to play the Giants thought the Giants was going to come and just lay down and die. Some big plays took place, but that defense the Giants had got to them. I would be interested in seeing this. Now, the only other thing I think people want to throw statistics out there is 12 out of the last 13 teams that won the Super Bowl wore white jerseys.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that the Patriots announced they were wearing their away white jerseys during the Super Bowl.
Check this out. Belichick and his people about following their stats. Trust me, they're going to come into this game prepared, and the one intangible thing they have is Tom Brady has seen it all. He's seen it all. Now, I wonder if he's seen the defensive caliber of the Eagles. And I know, once again, we didn't talk about this last night because I wanted to save it. as aggressive as Jacksonville was at trying to get to him with their front four and the stunts and techniques they used on the interior defensive line to push the pocket and keep Brady on his toes, and they were unable to sustain it for 4 quarters. The Eagles, when you watch the way they dissected Minnesota, they not only found ways to attack you through the interior, but every now and then they shot somebody from the outside that was able to get to him, that was able to get to Keenum untouched. That will be something that he's going to have to keep his head on the swivel for. Chris Long is not slow.
No.
Vinny is not going to come off there faking. And Fletcher is going to push the pocket for 4 quarters. They got linebackers that can dart and tall cornerbacks that they got out the draft. Tall runners that, if they pick it, and it was proven last week, if they get a pick, they know how to turn from defense to offense really fast. This is fans. Every Philly fan is going to party like nobody's business. Now, if they lose, they're going to be mad. Like they're going to be mad as all I do, but that's a Philly thing. But you want to see the underdog go in, and this is just going to be a perfect chance to see it, man. I'm only man. I should be on a plane and fly to Texas and watch with you. You and the dogs.
Well, I'll tell you.
Be too much.
Well, I tell you and I we're going to talk about the Patriots next Tuesday, and you probably missed what I announced earlier when I first came on the air. We're going to expand Tuesday night. The show, the Kenny Long Show, is going to be on Tuesday nights from now on only, but we're going to expand it from 8 p.m. 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So it's going to be a 2-hour show starting next Tuesday.
Yeah, hey, no doubt. I like it.
So the next topic I want to touch on here real quick, and I'll get your view here in just a moment, and then we'll open the phone lines and see who wants to call in, because I know there was a lot of people. I've seen a lot of comments all over Facebook, all over social media, and it's like living through Groundhog Day for me, honestly. Season 4 of Friday Night Tykes has come out. It started on Monday on Netflix, Monday of last week on Netflix, and it is kind of, and everybody who's listening that knows, that's followed it closely, season 4 was not this past season. Season 4 was 2 seasons ago.
Right.
It was the 2016 fall season. They did not film in 2017, so there is not going to be a season 5. And of course, the other question I get is, are they still filming? Well, I don't know. They took a break this year simply not because they wanted to, but because they got dropped by the network. And they've been shopping it around trying to find a place to send it. And I understand a lot of rumors. We're supposed to be having some meetings, some talks about things, all kinds of things about the league. But I think that's one of the topics. So I don't know yet if they're coming back or not. But the rumor is that they are. But once we know for sure it's been confirmed, we'll let you know. But right now, what you're watching was from the 2016 fall season, which occurred 2 seasons ago, basically, as we've just finished the 2017 season. And I want to say this first and foremost, because I get all the comments, particularly it's episode 8 that everybody's fired up about. In the game against the Judson Junior Rockets and the Floresville Wildcats. And between you and me and the fence post, Wayne, I am sick and tired of talking about that game. I am sick and tired about talking about that game. And but I will say this, and I'm going to go to commercial break real quick, but I will say this. Anybody who goes on any of my social media pages, whether it be NYSR, Typha Radio, the Facebook page, the Twitter page, the Instagram page, whatever page it is, and you go on and make any kind of severe derogatory comment about anything about Typha, about that game, about a kid, about a particular person, I will delete the comment. I'm going to flat out delete it,
Right.
Because I've had at least 7 occasions now where somebody's gone